Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Madhuri Goswami. Welcome back to this lesson. Dear students, before we get into the lesson, let's listen to a conversation. In this conversation, there are three persons, Simi, Mark, and Gia. Let's listen to them.
Simi and Mark were in the public library. There, Simi said to Mark, I have been waiting for Gia. Later, Mark reported this to Gia. He said to Gia, Simi told me that she had been waiting for you.
In this conversation, we'll listen to what Simi said to Mark and what Mark reported to Gia. So we have two ways of speech expressed in this conversation. First one is the direct speech. What Simi says to Mark is the direct speech because it comes directly from the speaker. And what Mark narrates or reports to Gia is the indirect speech, and it's also known as reported speech because the speaker is reporting someone else's words. He is not the direct speaker. So this is the indirect speech. Well, this is the topic, this is the subject of this lesson series that we are going to begin today. That is the direct and indirect speech or reported speech or narration. You may be wondering at this point about the pronunciation of these two words, direct and indirect. Just let me tell you that these two words are pronounced both ways. Direct in the British English and direct in the American English. Indirect in the British English and indirect in the American English. So you can pronounce both ways. Both ways are acceptable. इस कॉन्वर्सेशन में जो सिमी ने मार्क से कहा वो डायरेक्ट स्पीच है. उसे हम कोटेड स्पीच भी कहते हैं क्योंकि ये स्पीकर्स के एग्जैक्ट वर्ड्स हैं. यदि इस स्पीच को, यदि इस स्टेटमेंट को, यदि इस कथन को किसी और के द्वारा किसी को बताया जाता है या रिपोर्ट किया जाता है, in that case it becomes reported speech because these are not the exact same words of the speaker. Rather, someone else narrates those words to someone else. Here in this conversation, Mark is playing this role of the narrator. He is reporting what Simi said to him about Gia and he narrates this thing to Gia. So, through the conversation, we have understood what is the reported speech, what is the direct and indirect speech. Now, in the further part of the lesson, you will be introduced to some important terms that you should know while dealing with or understanding the direct and indirect speech. Then we will know how to convert the direct speech into indirect speech and what are the rules for this conversion. Dear students, when you listen the word rules, you might be a bit anxious because that can get a little boring. But believe me, the knowledge and understanding of rules is necessary. It's required because it gives you the logic, it gives you the reason, and it clarifies your understanding of that grammar topic. So learning rule is must. But how to learn them in an interesting way and how to learn them effectively, I will let you know what are the steps for this. You know, just cramming up the rules is not the solution. The right way to remember and to learn these rules include these three steps. The first one is learn the rules. Second, apply those rules instantly in the sentences. That means use those rules practically. Means just cramming up is not the solution. If you will cram up the rules, you will forget it after some time. But if you will apply those rules and if you will practice applying and using those rules in sentences, then definitely you will, after some time, you will find gradually there is no need of cramming up the rules, and you will find that you have started using those rules effectively and effortlessly. So stay tuned. In this lesson series, we will study the direct and indirect speech.
Dear students, during the process of understanding the rules for changing from the direct to indirect speech, or during this lesson, you will come across some important keywords, important terms you need to know better so that you can convert any direct speech into indirect speech easily and without any hassle. Let's explore these keywords through this example. Aisha said to me, comma, inverted comma begins, I have a cold, inverted comma closed. Can you identify the speech of this sentence? I hope you must have identified this sentence as the direct speech. Yes, there are the quotation marks, and this statement comes directly from the speaker. Now, let us know about these 4 important keywords. First, the reporting speech. Second, the reporting verb. Third, the reported speech. And the fourth one is reported verb. Please notice in this sentence, there are 2 clauses. Aisha said to me. This is the first part or clause of this sentence. This is called the reporting speech. And the verb of this reporting speech is known as the reporting verb. In this case, this is said. The another clause of this sentence is called the reported speech. And in this example, the reported speech is, I have a cold. Dear students, now I guess that you must have understood the word which is used as the verb in this reported speech is known as the reported verb. Can you tell me which is the reported verb in this sentence? Well, the answer is have. So, dear students, डायरेक्ट स्पीच को इनडायरेक्ट स्पीच में कन्वर्ट करने के लिए हमें कुछ इम्पॉर्टेंट कीवर्ड्स को समझना आवश्यक है. ये कीवर्ड्स हैं रिपोर्टिंग स्पीच, रिपोर्टिंग वर्ब, रिपोर्टेड स्पीच एंड रिपोर्टेड वर्ब. इन कीवर्ड्स के टाइटल से हमें इनके फंक्शंस का पता चलता है और इनके फंक्शन से हम इन्हें ईजीली आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हैं. फॉर इंस्टेंस, इस सेंटेंस में आयशा सेड टू मी, इस सेंटेंस का यह पार्ट जो कि एक क्लॉज है रिपोर्टिंग कर रहा है, अर्थात इससे हमें ज्ञात होता है कि ये स्टेटमेंट और कथन किसने किसको कहा. इसी क्लॉज में प्रयुक्त होने वाली वर्ब रिपोर्टिंग वर्ब कहलाती है. इसी प्रकार इस सेंटेंस का सेकंड पार्ट जिसे हम क्लॉज भी कह सकते हैं, दैट इज इनक्लोज्ड विद इन द कोटेशन मार्क्स. यह पार्ट, यह क्लॉज रिपोर्टेड स्पीच कहलाता है और इस क्लॉज में प्रयुक्त होने वाली वर्ब रिपोर्टेड वर्ब कहलाती है. वस्तुतः इस एग्जाम्पल में I have a cold is the reported speech and the verb in this clause is have. That's the reported verb. So, the verb which occurs in the reported speech is known as the reported verb. Why am I explaining all these terms in detail? There's a reason behind this. Because while understanding the rules, we will use these terms several times. And if you are able to identify these terms correctly, then you will understand clearly. Now, in the next part of the lesson, we will study what are the rules applied for the conversion of the direct into indirect speech or changing the quoted speech into the reported speech. See you in the next lesson. Bye for now. Thank you for joining. Happy learning.